Alright, how's everybody doing out there? Vic Camp. I'm back with an update video of the basement game room. Today is 5/22/2023 and we are here in the basement game room. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over the latest lineup down here. Things have changed drastically in the basement game room. Well, not drastically, but quite a bit. So I think in my last video I had spoke about the two bingos down here, and as you can see, they're doing well in the corner here. I love having them down here. Nice and cozy. When I come down, I can play my Bally bingos that I had upstairs in the garage game room that once was. Alright, so here's the two latest additions to the game room. Skill pool and the Williams blue chip. So that Williams reverse wedge head skill pool right here is 1963 reverse wedge head, and I believe this game is a 1976, and this game is absolutely home use only with very low plays, 16,000 or 18,000 plays. A gorgeous one owner game. So what happened was, we're going to just go over why we have the Williams skill pool and Williams blue chip down here next to the Bally bingos. The reason being is that we no longer have the high hand in the collection. The high hand, which used to be over here where the top card is now at its new home in New Jersey. So I had the high hand for quite a few years. That game came from Kevin McHugh when he first moved over from New York to New Jersey, and he was working out of his basement of his home that he just purchased when he came over. This top card was sitting on the sidelines down there many moons ago, probably 25 plus years ago, and the high hand is no longer with me, but I had it for so many years. It was a wonderful player and a gorgeous low played 29,000 original played game, but we're not going to talk about that anymore since it's in the new owner's hands. So what I did was I moved the top card down where it used to be here, where the centigrade 37 is now. So quite a few changes. The 37, centigrade 37 used to be back here somewhere by, actually used to sit back here where the new Continental Golden is. So now, since we you know, have let go some more games from my collection, we had to do a little bit of a shuffle here, and I like it. It's actually in chronological order still, somewhat back here. The more chronological order is over here down this big row here of 9 games, 9 wedge heads. Well, Spin-A-Card is back there now. We'll have to take a little walk back there, because Spin-A-Card was where the blue chip was, right there. And Sing Along is here on the skates by the steps, ready to go out to its new owner. I somehow decided to let this gorgeous game go, but that's history too. Well, not quite, not until the new owner comes and puts the old cash on the glass kind of thing. Alright, so strolling down the center aisle now here. Hopefully we won't get snagged. And here's where we have the Spin-A-Card now, where the sing-along used to be. So the sing-along was in 1967, and Crosstown is 1966, and Buckaroo is 1965. So actually spinner card fit right in there with the 1968 year being manufactured. So we got 65, 66, 68. And then target pool, I believe, is 69, MIB 69, flipper card 70, Aquarius 70, and then 2001 on the end, 71. And drop a card in the corner way back there under the light beer sign is a 71, and then top card is 73, Atlantis is 70, I'm sorry, top card 74, Atlantis 74, and centigrade 37 way back there is 1977 or 6. So now you get a view of the somewhat different lineup down here in the basement game room. Prior to all these moves here with the games, there's shuffling of the games, I had 25 wedge heads down here at all times. Yep, 25 wedge heads used to fit perfectly down here, and I still somehow squeezed in 25 games down here in the basement. And that includes the 2 Williams games that were just brought down from the 5th level of the house where the pool table used to be. Them 2 Williams games being Skill Pool and Blue Chip. And also the Bally Bingos came down from the attached garage. So somewhat of a different lineup, as you can see. I like having this spinner card right here in chronological order. Even though it's not a wedge head, I mean, it's definitely a wedge head. What I mean by that is it's a wonderful player, and it's made during the wedge head era from 1961 to 1979 or 8, whatever it was. And Gottlieb just tried to make a square head for some strange reason. I like it. It looks really nice, and fits in there really well with the other great players. So we swing around here, and there's still plenty of wedge heads back here. 2 of my favorites that I grew up with. The Showboat was in my grandmother's house, right next, down a couple doors from my house where we lived in the 1960s into the early 70s. And Sweetheart was in my basement for many years, back in 1969. So we're looking at the back of the sing-along here, which I'll tell you, you're never going to see a nicer back of the cabinet than that. So white and so original. Even the buttons, I don't even know if this game was ever turned upside down. Maybe once, twice. And the back door, of course, we looked at that in my sing-along video. Unbelievable. What a condition game. Alright, so we're going to move forward through the center aisle here. As you can see, there's a center aisle. That gets you to the back of the game room, the basement game room. And there's your 9 wedge heads all lined up on that big wall. 4 wedge heads in the center here. Big hit. And jacks open on the back side. King of diamond and bank of ball right here. And then a 4-pack of early wedge heads. 1961 Showboat, 1963 Sweethearts, 64 North Star, and 65 Central Park. So I'm just going to walk through this little center aisle here. As you can see, this jacks open in my other prior videos about the jacks open is home use only, which is really nice to have. And Big Hit looks really good too. So here you have it. A little glimpse of the back room here, the back wall. Still managed to have 25 pinball machines down in the basement, even though these bingos are a little wider, and so is the Blue Chip. The heads are a little bit wider than the reverse wedge heads and the Gottlieb wedge heads. But they managed to get them down. It's a little tight in this corner, but managed to get them down there. And I don't have no problem playing my Lite line there. Not at all. So there you have it. The basement game room as it stands in 2023, May of 2023. We're closing in on the end of the month. Like I said, Sing Along will be off these wheels and up the steps and out the door pretty soon, unfortunately, but I've had her for so many years. 11 years is a long time knowing a game. I've had some of them down here are 23, 25 years down here, so I hope you enjoyed this video update of Vic Camp's basement game room. Until next time, happy flipping, guys.